So this was almost maybe 18, 20 years ago, maybe little more than 20 years ago. More than 20 years ago. Must have been in 80s, 87 or 88. I was just new in Tamil Nadu. I was doing a program in Tirupur town. Then people told me there is one Kodi Swami. I said, why is it Kodi Swami? Kodi means 10 million, okay, it's a number. It's just that the man keeps saying Kodi, Kodi, Kodi. So people believe that they will get millions if they go to him. They said, Kodi Swami. I said, I'm not interested in seeing any Swami. Then they said, no, a lot of people, they get wealth if they go there. I said, I'm not interested. Then they said, this man does not shit. Then I thought, okay, I want to see this man. If a man does not shit, either he must be incredibly clean or he must be full of shit. Isn't it? So I said, I want to see this man who does not shit. So in morning I finished my program, evening again I had another session. So in between we drove, which was maybe a little over 150 kilometers probably from where we were, and we just drove. So we went to one place, it's one of those old, zamindari homes, like old landlords live in large houses. At one time they had huge acres of land and servants and things, so they managed them in pomp. But later on, government passed a law that nobody can own land more than this much size, so the house was oversized. It's like the colonial homes, And usually they're very dilapidated and in bad condition because they don't have the money to maintain the huge house. So somebody has housed this man, it may not be his house, somebody's housed him in a place like that, which is an extreme state of… it's a ruin house, okay? It's like if you look at it from outside, you wouldn't think anybody's living there. It's an abandoned kind of home, full of… it's overgrown with all kinds of stuff all over the place and full of cobwebs, and it's a classic, those haunted homes, abandoned, haunted kind of home, everything falling apart. I thought, okay, some millionaire, okay. And I walked in and there was an open yard and there was an attic on which he's supposed to be there, and there were a few women who were attending to him. And I climbed up the attic, and there was a huge… maybe you have not seen, in India, in the dramas and in some people's weddings, they use huge throne-like chair, this big back and this big. It's not made for a human being, it's made for an elephant-sized ego. No human being can fit into it, he'll be so small. It's not made for the human body, it's made for the human ego. Big chair. Obviously it won't be comfortable, but that kind of a chair. And that too not… there are some which are expensive chairs like that. This is one of those typical drama chairs with all gold paper stuck to it, gold and red and because Hindu heaven is all gold and red, that's the decor, remember. In case in your dream it comes, you must know when you're in heaven, The decor will be all red and gold. So one of those chairs which totally… it's also in ruin, anytime it'll collapse, it's that kind of chair. And this man is super small, he's just shrunk, shriveled out like a squirrel which has starved for 15 days. Like that he is. In the chair, he doesn't even occupy about maybe 1/5 of the chair, He's like really shrunk. And somebody gave him those king's clothes, which once again straight from a school drama cupboard, all supposed to be gold, it's not gold, gold brocade, but it's plastic brocade which looks like gold, and oversized clothing where three people like him can get into that coat. That kind of coat and just sitting. He looks old. People said he's over 90, he could be anywhere over 75, 80, but he's totally wizened out, shrunk and shriveled. So some of these ladies were keeping some cheap chocolates in his mouth, and he spits it out and they take it and give it to people, and this is the prasadam, offerings. And then I looked at the whole scene, but I came here because he doesn't shit. So I just walked around the teak and then went there was a door, and I opened the door and it was a toilet. Then I called one of the ladies and I said, there's a toilet here, you said the man doesn't shit, people say he doesn't shit. இல்ல ஒரு நாள் ஒரு தடவை போவாங்க. Just once a day he goes. Well, I also go only once a day, I don't sit there the whole day. Most healthy people go only once a day. Oh, once a day he shits, so people are willing to overlook. After all, just once a day, in 24 hours, just once you can overlook that. Yes? So how many thoughts do you have like this per day? You can overlook that. But if you just overlook that, you would be a saint, See? The man just does it once a day and people overlook that and he becomes a saint. He even draws my attention. He makes me travel all the way and come and see him because you overlook that once a day shit. So you may be doing it, 10 times a day? Just overlook that, it's okay. There's lots of other stuff which is worthwhile, let's focus on that.